Hey y'all, what's up? It is your girl Diamond Knight, and welcome to the Reign of Royalty Podcast. Yes, I'm your girl Diamond, the hostess with the mostest, and I have my amazing co-host, and of course, the main boss, herself, King Remy. What's up, Remy? And then guess what today, you guys? We are presented with royalty and not to mention a true legend in her beautiful right. Everyone, please welcome the one and only, the winner from season one RuPaul's Drag Race All-Star, Chad Michaels.
Hey everybody, what's up my beautiful friends?
And Chad Michaels, I cannot say enough. Thank you so much for being part of this podcast today. You are making podcast history.
It is my pleasure. Well, girl, we saw each other last Sunday night at Stunt, and girl, you know all you have to do is ask. So I'm glad to be here.
Thank you again, Chad. So, of course, I know everybody in the world wanted to know, Chad Michaels, and we have so many beautiful questions for you. So, let's
Well,
get down to it. So, my first question, of course, of the beautiful interview is, how did you get into drag?
oh gosh, girl, that is such a open-ended question. I'm just gonna say that I was always a very theatrical child, like growing up, and I was very influenced by pop culture, and so I was born in '71, so I got those '70s vibes, I got those '80s vibes, I got those '90s vibes, and everything that goes along with that. So I loved watching TV, I loved going to movies, I loved reading comic books, and all those things kind of shaped who I am today as a queen. But I mean, my grandma had me in drag on the fireplace taking pictures when I was 4 or 5. Not makeup, but the heels and a little overcoat and a funny hat. So, so that's something that the people in my life not only introduced, but I was also naturally attracted to. The theatrics of it, for me. And the role models that I got on TV that I was watching, like Wonder Woman, and I think of like Ginger Grant from Gilligan's Island, the movie star, and you know Batgirl on the Batman show, the old Batman show, that girl
With
in the
the
purple
classic
outfit,
Batman, yes.
not the black outfit, the purple outfit girl, like the old ass one. So all these women and girls, and my mom and dad got divorced when I was 15, but my mom was always like the main force in the household. She ran a business. She was a boss. So like I had my role models were powerful, successful women. And I stayed for a while, and I thought I wanted to be a dancer, and I kind of started too late. I started when I was like 18, so I didn't have that natural stretch that you get if you start training when you're, a child, or even in your early teens. So I kind of had to figure out what I wanted to do, and I started bartending at Numbers in Hillcrest, and that's when I started meeting people in the community. And I met a lot of different kind of people. I met people from the court. I met, you know, lots of people that worked at the clubs and in organizations, and finally got invited to go to the brass rail to see the Dreamgirls review. You got to go see a drag. You got to go see the show. And that's where I met my drag mother, Hunter. And Hunter was my mentor, and like in the early '90s, and really just got me oriented to how to tuck your dick, how to put things away. Look at that. Girl, I didn't have a clue. The first show I did, I didn't know how to tuck.
Oh
Like,
my
so, and how to
God.
do your makeup, and how to not just do makeup, but do drag makeup and restructure your face with contour and highlight, how to style wigs and where to shop, and uh, wh- how to perform, like tricks of the trade, like what is it? Pick an apple, rode away, bitch. All these things that go with this drag world slowly came together, like over my life, to my early 20s. Finally got into drag and started to do it and to perform as an artist.
And you know what? It's definitely shown like you totally progressed over the years, and it has been truly tremendous, not only for yourself but for the community as well.
Thank you, babe. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Very, very welcome. I
It's
mean,
been the joy of my life, to perform for our San Diego community, and it's not just Hillcrest, because people come from beyond Hillcrest to be with us at our clubs and to party with us and to come to our shows and to come to our events. And even through Drag Race, it was like I was traveling on the weekends, and I really tried to be home every Wednesday to do the show, because I didn't like, it was important to me. Like, I didn't want to let the home fires burn out, you know what I mean? Just because I got on Drag Race and I was going to be busy for a year or two. Like, you don't let go where you came from just for like a quick thing, you know what I mean? So like, I really made that a point to be there, and performing for you guys in San Diego is the joy of my life. And it's really, at this point, it's all I really need. It's all I need. I've kind of stopped traveling, and I'm just working in Southern California, Palm Springs, LA, San Diego, here and there, and I'm happy as a clam.
and honestly, San Diego still needs you, Chad. Honestly, I cannot imagine life without Chad Michaels in San
Well,
Diego. It'll be
I feel
boring.
that. Thank you. And that's why it's really important for me. And now more than ever, like, we need people like you. You're a leader in our community as well, dear. We need to just, like, it's not even about what we say, it's about what we do. And just in showing up and being there and being like, hey, welcome to Riches. How you guys doing? Are you ready for a shot? You've had a hard day. The DJ's
Exactly.
hot. Let's party. You know what I mean? Like, that's showing up for your community in a way that, like, only you can. And so, like, I'm doing that with my drag and showing up however I can. And it's really, really important right now more than ever. And all the reasons why.
And those reasons is between you and me, girl. But trust me, we're gonna get to that after the interview. So yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
keep you later on after this.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of RuPaul's Drag Race,
Mm-hmm.
now I know everybody, even women on the streets, ask me this question: does it take for you to get into drag? I'm talking like the full makeup, the tucking, the body, and the wigs and the costumes. Like, how long does it really take to get into
So
drag?
I'll just give you like my weekly. So I get to Moe's like on Wednesday nights. We roll in like around 3:30 or 4, and I will start getting ready at like 4:30, 4:45, and I'm in full drag ready to go by like 6:30, 6:45 for the 7 o'clock show. So I like a nice comfortable 2 hours if I can get it. But I mean, I can get into drag in 30 minutes, 20 minutes if I have to. It's not gonna look right, but especially with the way my fucking eyes are going as I'm getting older. But if I have to push it and push it through, I can get into it really quick.
And trust
But
me, I know what it takes with to put on makeup, because trust me, I give myself 2 hours before I have to get ready, because I got to shower, I got to
yeah,
shave,
cool
spray,
off and cool off. Like, you
exactly,
need
like
it.
like a little like a little relaxing me time. So believe
Absolutely.
me, I know I know what it's like. But honestly, like, okay, I never usually ask this question, but the tucking, that's got to be uncomfortable.
No, at this point, no. I mean, no, not at all. I don't think you really want me to like mechanically explain it to you, but like after 30 years, like yeah, yeah, after 30 years, like with anything that you're doing, whatever job, you're a master at it, and like you have figured out ways to make it work for you and not be painful. I will share that, one of the first times I'm in drag, everyone's like, girl, do you tape? Girl, you should tape. Girl, you should tape. I'm like, tape? What do you mean? Like, duct tape. Well, they didn't tell a bitch to shave, girl. They didn't tell a bitch to shave.
Ouch!
So so
Wax?
you tell me, were those queens boo-booing on a new queen? Or did they just fuck up and not tell me? You tell me. I think they boo-booed me, because they boo-booed me good. I was in a hot shower for about an hour and a half, bitch. An hour and a half.
No.
So you make it work for you. And at this point in my career, it is not painful. And I used to say that I had the flattest box in the business until Trinity the Tuck came along. But that's fine, girl.
Girl, Trinity the tuck, she knows how to tuck. I'll
She
tell you
knows
that
how
much.
she does. Girl, she's naked and you can't tell nothing. Like you can't tell she's a woman.
Exactly, especially from behind.
You can't tell. I don't know how she does it, but I'm not
Honestly,
gonna
that's
ask.
one secret that we will never know to this day. Never, ever.
We don't need to know because if we knew it would just blow the whole thing, girl. We need to just
The whole
let
world.
that
That's
mystery
honestly,
lie.
and to all, to all the viewers out there, there are secrets when beautiful drag queens such as Chad Michaels has that will never be exploited. Never. No, 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 no. But it's gonna be good though. So, is there a such thing as drag time?
Not for me. No, absolutely not. Time is time. Time is real time, and you will see. And you can go ask Fantasia Lamour because
Mm,
Fantasia Lamour has been in this business for a very long time, and every Wednesday night she goes live at 6:55, and she does the countdown with our stage manager and my partner Adam. And honey, we are 7 p.m. on time, and I don't appreciate because you know why? Because we're selling tickets to people
yes.
that say 7 o'clock, and after 7 o'clock you're wasting your customers time because they're
Yes.
there at 7 o'clock because they need to be in bed by 9:30 or 10. That's
Yes.
just a simple thing. And then as for like queens running on drag time, like call it 6:30.
Mm.
I'm not like a dictator, like I don't get crazy or anything like that, but like you should know out of courtesy for the person who's booking you, the people
Mhm.
you're working with, and the bar that you're working at to show up on time and not be late. It's really, really important. It's the minimum that you can do. It's the very minimum is to show up on time. Everything else is like it builds up to,
Secondary.
you know what I'm saying? But yeah, no drag time. No ma'am.
Oh, and trust me. By the way, Remy, trust me. When Chad booked me for Dreamgirls Review, that was the first thing that Chad told me. Don't be late, Diamond, because I'll never book your ass again. And guess
I
what?
did
I
not
was the
say that
first
to
one that
you.
showed up. The first one
I
that showed up.
never.
Gigi told
I
me.
would never.
Gigi
I
told
told
me.
you to be there.
Gigi told me that okay. Gigi's like, oh yeah, Chad. Diamond's the one that showed up or first off, and I'm like, yeah, you better tell Chad that I showed up because I'm the first one that's here because I used that whole entire time to make sure that I used the whole entire venue. I rehearsed my shit. So yeah, I was like,
So
yeah, I'm
funny.
not disappoint Chad Michaels. Come
Well,
on
you
now.
know what? It's not about disappointing me. It's about doing yourself right. It's
Yeah,
about doing for yourself, like to be on time and to be prepared is
mm,
something to take pride in for yourself. Don't ever do it for anybody but yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the most important thing. Don't do it
that's
for me. Don't do it for me because I just appreciate you, showing up, being on time and delivering your craft and your art. Do it for
yes,
yourself.
because yes, because what they say, if you're early, you're on time.
You're right.
If
Exactly.
you're on time, you're late.
You're also talking to like hardcore Gen X here. So,
Mm.
we're the real tough ones. We can do it all, girl. We can do it all. We've been there, we've seen it all, and we can see through the bullshit. So
And one people don't like is people doing it on their own time. But yes, I truly appreciate that. Chad is always on time or actually on the dot.
and
So
and
let's see.
and that goes both ways. I make sure that where I'm supposed to be well in advance, so that like that show producer is not worried. Like, and especially many times I'm booked as the headliner, and when your headliner is not there on like you worry.
Ooh,
You sold tickets. To people expecting to see a certain product, and so I like to get there just to like ease their nerves and go, "Hey, I'm here. I'm just gonna set my stuff up. I'm gonna run outside for a quick, get a little
for
breath of
quick
fresh air.
smoke,
I'll
a
be
quick
back in." But
drink.
at least they know you've landed,
Yeah,
and yeah,
and let them know that you're on the way.
yeah,
Absolutely. So, what is
important.
the most expensive item you have in your makeup bag, like right now?
The most expensive in my makeup bag, girl, not much. I mean, I guess my foundation.
Mm,
That Dermablend ain't cheap these days. It's like $45. But have I've been lucky enough to have some friends in the industry, so I get the occasional palette floated to me that I use and try to make it last. I really like, I guess if you want like a name, I love Anastasia Cosmetics. I love their colors because they're so the pigment is so pure and opaque. You just if you got blue, it's blue, baby. Like it's not, you can't see through that. So I love Anastasia, and I have several palettes of those in my suitcase.
This we're gonna be the bestest of friends. Shopping girl. Yeah. But yes, Anastasia, I love it. So of course, being with RuPaul, you know, after all this time, after all these years, what is your favorite RuPaul song?
Well, I think that I will always love CoverGirl because it reminds me of my bartending decade at Numbers, and that's, you know, when RuPaul had just, I mean, I was bartending when RuPaul dropped that song. Like it came in on the monthly video that the VHS video that we got to play at the club. I think it was called ET Video Link, and they sent you a pre-mixed videotape every month for the
Well,
club. And if you didn't have a live DJ, you pop that in, it would be all the latest videos. Well, that's where, I mean, I first got exposed to Ru, and we were all, wow, it's a drag queen who's a star and like has their own video, and they're walking down the street in New York City and stomping through a fountain, and you know, like, so that was when I was first exposed to him, and CoverGirl goes along with that. But for me, like what I associate with my time on the show is the beginning, the song "This Is the Beginning of the Rest of Your Life," because it was
yeah.
so just like, that was, I think, one of our final lip sync songs on one of them. And I
Wow,
don't
but
know, they had that on our
yeah.
pod. They had our pod that we listened to of the songs that they gave us, and I just was just listening to that over and over, and just trying to just stay in the headspace, you know, in the RuPaul competitive zone headspace thing. So that song is kind of near and dear to me.
And honestly, my favorite one was when you did your season 4, which was Glamazon.
Glamazon, I love
Yeah.
that song, and oh god, I love those outfits and everything. So
Oh
cool, right?
my kid Chad, yes.
That was one of my favorite. That was like one of my favorite RuPaul videos for sure. And not just because we were in it. I just liked the whole theme of kind of like Japanimation, anime, Godzilla, you know, theme that was going on. It was really kind of cool.
Oh, and then also Sissy That Walk. I actually play that when I walk down the street.
I'm
Like,
sure you do. That's your theme song, girl. She comes with her own soundtrack.
it's like, oh my gosh, it's like that should be a theme song for Chad Michaels. Sissy
the
That Walk.
that's like the fierce like runway song, just that you could pop on and anybody's just ready to walk, girl. They're ready to wherever they're at. They're on a runway. It doesn't matter if it's a friggin' airplane aisle or an escalator. You pop that on and they're gonna sissy that walk, girl.
Dude, I wake up to that every morning and I'm like, okay, I don't care what you say. I'm gonna play Sissy That Walk when I wake up at, you know, in the alarm clock in the morning. So let's see. The next question. Oh no, this is my favorite question of all. What was it like auditioning for RuPaul's Drag Race? Like, what are the particular steps that you had to do to get on Drag Race, and not to mention All Stars, because there had to be, you know, two different steps to make it onto the show.
Yeah, so for season one, the casting crew came to our club, and they really wanted to get as many of us to do the show as they could, but we were all like, we were all just like, well, we know who RuPaul is, but like we don't really understand what this is. So a lot of us said no that first time, and after we saw season one, everyone was kind of like, you know, caught on to what was going on, and how it worked. And so then we all kind of were like, yeah, well, we'll audition. So I think I auditioned season 3, and they turned me down. Like they didn't even have me, and I really feel like it's because I said no the first time. Like then after that, it was no free rides. You know what I mean? For anybody, like you have to audition, and we'll either bring you on or you won't. But you're gonna put in an audition tape. Was basically the message. That it wasn't like, let me call them up and just get on the show. You know what I mean? Like, hey, this is Chad Michaels. I'd love to be on the show. Oh, sure. No. So finally, I got on season 4, and my video was very, it was funny. I took a really funny like take on the whole audition tape thing, and I delivered what they wanted, and they let me on and they finally put me on the show. They let me on the show, and yeah, it was a little frustrating after, you know, thinking, like, knowing that you could have been on, and then you bitch, you're gonna really have to work for it now, and you did, and it was very gratifying to get on. The process for All Stars was much different because we had just finished the wrap party for season 4 in New York, and I was literally at the airport when they called to go, and like there was no audition. It was just like, we're collecting alumni to do an All Star, so do you want to be on it or not? And I was like, I just got off the show. I don't have anything new. I don't have time to make anything new. They didn't give you a budget back then. Like, they've got a budget now, like, and so they can hire all these designers. Before, we didn't have a budget, like. And I just thought to myself, honestly, and I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I thought to myself, and Adam was there, and I'm like, what do you think? He's like, you have to do it. But I just thought to myself, fucking Sharon Needles won season 4 with literally a bag of dirty laundry. Literally a bag of fucking dirty laundry, and a few other miscellaneous, like a Ouija board and a magic wand and a pentagram, and she won. I'm like, bitch, I've got I've got plenty of shit to go back on. Like, you know what I mean? Like, make it work. Like, you know what? Make it work. And so I did. I just made it work. And we had time to make, 1 or 2 new things before I went on there. Are you all right? What?
I love it.
Take your moment if you need a moment.
Dirty laundry.
Oh my
And a
god!
Ouija board. that was
I say that with respect. I say that with respect, but she will tell you the same thing. You should have seen some of the shit she hauled out of that suitcase, girl. It was steaming, bitch, like steaming. But again, that goes to show you that it's not what you wear, it's how you present it, and it's how you present yourself. And
Exactly.
it is. It's a testament to drag, that drag is many, many things. And that day, what she was serving, that was the flavor. And I never ever questioned that. You know what I mean? Like, fuck yeah.
Well, to be honest with you, Chad, when RuPaul said vote for your person who wants to win, honestly, I voted for you.
Well,
Dead
thank you.
Because honestly, honestly, I watched season 4 when it aired on VH1 during that time. And I was like, okay, I want Chad to win because I remember that one episode where you wore that silver and gold. You wore that gold to perfection.
Well,
I
thank
was
you.
like, if this girl don't work it on the runway, bravo.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun, and I really do acknowledge that I've got a lot of support here in San Diego, and I appreciate it. I really do. It's like, really, I wear it like a badge of pride. It's really important to me. So
yeah, girl, you made my skin crawl when you did all those outfits, especially in All Stars.
All Stars was fun. It's a long time ago. You know that it's been almost 13 years now since I won All Stars. It was 2012. So look where we're headed, girl. Look where we're headed. It is the future is here. It is here. It came fast.
Right, you made it on the first Hall of Fame.
Let me just tell you what. I rolled over this morning in bed, feeling great, but I thought to myself, I am 54. I am going to be 70 in 16 years. Wow. Do you know how fast that goes? Do you know how fast that goes?
You do not look that age, Chad. Honestly, I thought you were 30. Swear to God. Swear to God.
I appreciate that, but the reality, reality is this is she's going to be great grandma real quick here. So it's a real, you hear your parents or you hear your grandparents say, enjoy your youth. Like, don't take things so seriously. Take the time to play. I'm here to tell you, do it, because it is gone. It is a blink, and you think that you're dragging your ass, and you think that things aren't happening for you. All the time that things are happening for you, and you are moving forward, and you are getting better at life, but it just feels time moves very strangely, and it moves differently in different parts of your life. Right now, it's flying by for us. I mean, I can't tell you from Monday to Monday, I can't tell you how fast it's going with work and family and politics, and it's really crazy. And it's just a testament to really slow down just a second, like take a breath, like be present, like think about what you're doing, think about what you're saying, think about what you're putting out there. It's really important. And now, again, more than ever, it really
And
is.
you couldn't be more correct. And honestly, like she said, y'all, enjoy every single moment. Enjoy the day that you have. So, since we're talking about RuPaul's Drag Race again, Chad, what or who inspired you to be on RuPaul's Drag Race season 4, including being on All-Star season 1?
Who inspired me to be on there? I would say it would be a lot of people. I think it would be first and foremost my friend Chanel, who was on season 1. We all know and love Chanel, and Chanel was one of the brave ones who like Chanel didn't know what she was getting into, but Chanel dove right in. You know what I mean? And I often wonder how fun it would have been had I said yes and we had been on season 1 together. You know that, but that's a whole different timeline. You know what I mean? But people like Nina Flowers, who
Yeah.
is, you know, you don't hear much about Nina anymore because you know, she's
Right,
very,
thank
very
you.
smart. Nina's very smart, and she's had a wonderful partner for a very long time, and she prioritized her life. But what she did on Drag Race, I was like, I want to be that perfect. I want to be that authentic. I want to be that. That's my level of fierce that I want to be. You know what I mean? So she's always been a standard for me, and I have not seen them in so long, but I will tell you that whenever people ask me who is your favorite drag racer, it's always it's Nina Flores. It's Nina Flowers always. You know, she was this wild flower, like wild girl. I just no, it's just so beautiful to me, you know.
Nina Flowers, she was with you on All Stars, correct?
She was. She was on All Stars, and I worked with her a lot in Denver, which is her hometown. I worked at Tracks with her, where she hosted Drag Nation, but also DJ'd. And you know, she's a very important part of her community there. You know, much like I feel very lucky to be a part of this community. She is to Denver, kind of as I am to San Diego and to Hillcrest. You know, so I just love her to death.
And for those of you who don't know, I actually watched season 1, RuPaul's Drag Race All Star season 1. Nina Flowers is a legend, and
She's a
she is
legend.
fucking fierce. And
Yeah.
oh my God, it's those eyes.
Yeah.
That's it for me. It's those eyes. It's like, girl,
She
just
had stylized this whole like look before like anybody. Like she had this stylized makeup, and then, you know,
and
all of these
hair.
wigs that she attached to her shaved and bald head. And she and the thing about that is when you have an established look like that, it's so hard sometimes for entertainers to find like variation. But like Nina Flowers always had a different look, but it was always in the family. You know what I mean? It was in the family of her drag genre, but it was all these tangents, like, and that's what kept you guessing and made her so wild and exotic. Like that's why I think of her as like an orchid, like a purple orchid, you know, that like blooms at midnight one night a year. You know what I mean? Like that's her to me, and will always be that.
And I bet it, and I bet you anything that it made you super excited yet nervous when you first saw Nina coming into the workroom
Oh
for the
yeah,
very first time, and you guys were competing for that title. I bet you were like, "Oh shit, I got to
it
compete against
it
Nina."
was but it was also like this is what I came here for. You know, like who else would I want to be here with? Like I certainly wouldn't not want her to be there. I want, you know, I want competition. Like I want this to be the fiercest thing that it could be. Like if we're doing this, and back in those days, you know, like the season 4, it was still new, but your heavyweights were really starting to establish themselves. And, you know, they brought them all to this first All-Stars, that first quarter, you know, that first 4 years. You know, they plucked the people who they felt, you know, were the strongest, you know, people, and put them together. And it was
And I'm not gonna lie
kind
to
of
you,
mess.
Chad.
It was,
I watched season 4, and you had some serious competition for
yeah,
season 4.
sure.
Serious competition. Like
None of it was easy, but it was all fun. So that's, you
it
know,
was
what
great
I
fun as well.
most
But then
enjoyed.
also in season 1, you had who? You had yourself. You had Raven, Latrice Royale,
Yeah.
Mimi First, Nina, Yara Sophia.
Uh,
You had some
Ken
competition.
Brown, we had
But Vanilla Luzon,
Manila Luzon, we had
you had some competition. I was
Pandora.
like, Lord, if Chad don't get in the top 3, I swear I'm gonna be PO'd.
Well, you know, honestly, I certainly didn't have, I wasn't taking it for granted. That's for sure. I mean, it was tough. But it
It
was
was
fun.
like you made it through, and I'm just like I said, proud of you when you were announced
Thank
the
you.
winner of
Thank
All
you.
Stars. And by the way, speaking of the winner, I do you have your crown by any chance? Like,
I do. I whipped it out. I'm gonna whip it out for you.
ooh, whip it out, whip
This
it
is my
out.
All-Stars crown right here.
Ooh, look at that, look at that,
Uh,
look at that bling bling.
and she was on display for a while, and then I've just run out of like space, so I just took her down because I don't want her to get thrashed or dusty, so I keep her in a nice little box. But she's cool. She's a lot different from all the other winners' crowns, and everyone's crowns are different, but
Yeah,
there's some that are more similar. But this is like the only one that's it's even. All the points are even all the way around, where all the other girls have the higher front in some respect. Problem was I've got a giant fat 23-inch head, so I had to cut it open. She said, "Hey, girl."
it's like happy.
But
It's
that's
like you were
her, and she's
heavy when you got
actually.
crowned.
What's that? You want me, girl? Okay.
Girl, come
Let me
on,
put it over this
go for
backwards
fun.
baseball. Here, here. Are you happy?
There, she
Do I
said,
look like a winner, baby?
she's
You're a
happy.
winner. You're a winner,
You're a winner,
baby.
baby. All right, there you go.
I bet that sucker was heavy when
It, it
they put that crown on you that night when you won. I
it's
bet that was
heavy.
heavy.
It's heavy, and yeah, it's heavy, and they really jabbed those pins into my scalp. It was
Ooh,
I think it was therapeutic for for Manila and Raven to crown me.
it was like,
Here you go,
oh,
bitch. Let me get that pin in there, girl.
damn, you
That
took
ain't
my
coming
money.
off.
Damn it, you took my money too. Like, go, just get crowned.
Oh, I love those girls. They're like I said, those girls are classics, you know, and there's a lot to be said for longevity because there's a lot of drag racers now, but you're seeing Raven doing things, big things. You're seeing Raja, and you're seeing the girls.
Alexis Mateo, she's
Alexis Mateo, they're doing big things with she's doing things
she's
in the
still
pageantry
doing
world.
All Stars after
But
all these years.
what you're seeing is the post drag race life for these people, and I understand that like Raven's still working for Rue and still doing like fashion photo review, but like this is the post drag race world, and everyone's finding their niche is what it
Yeah,
is, and where they want to be for this next part of their lives. You know what I mean? And it comes in chapters. It really it does, and I think that for everybody, life comes in chapters, and so the drag race chapters, you know pretty much closed or partially closed for many people. And I love seeing where they're going now, what they're doing, and how they've parlayed this opportunity and this platform, and where it's taking them now. I think it's very interesting, and
yeah,
it's interesting, and not everyone's built for it. And it's interesting to see back to longevity, who has longevity and who can stay in this for the long haul and still maintain integrity and
mm,
still maintain a level of talent that they bring to the stage and make sure that it is on a certain level every time that they do it, and not half step is what I'm saying. And yeah, and there's a lot of people like that. Latrice Royale has longevity. Um, you know, people like Willem is longevity. Jinx Monsoon, she's a freaking Broadway superstar now. I mean,
Yes, she's
it,
doing big things right now.
yeah, this people, all these people who have started out with the same story have written their own and ended up with their own book of stories now, and it's just really, it's cool. It's really cool to see. It's like you throw a bunch of dice up in the air and jacks and balls, and it all lands, and however it lands, it lands. And that's what Drag Race was, you know? Just throw some shit up in the air and see what, some shit at the wall and see what happens, see if it sticks. You know what I mean? That's life.
And you created a beautiful fashion trend as well throughout over the years. Like you set the bar so high that nobody can touch,
Well,
and which is
thank
beautiful.
you. I think that's super generous of you. I really do. I think that I've had a lot of help from like people like my partner Adam, who is a master tailor and can really make anything that he sets his mind to. I've had that kind of support. But I wouldn't say, like, honestly, Diamond, that I'm any sort of fashion plate. Like, I've never been that girl that buys, you know, Prada or Gucci or Versace. Like, I don't own a piece of of expensive clothing, of designer clothing, a pair of shoes, not even really jewelry. That's not why I was in it for, and that's not also my desire. That's not my desires in life, is to have all these things and to have labels on me. That's not my desire. I do have a label on me today though, which I think that we all need to really acknowledge,
Ooh,
that
what is it? What is it?
this is my Miriam t-shirt.
Miriam
as in San Diego's Miriam T. So like things like this is my fashion. This is my, because I'm a t-shirt and jeans guy. So if I can get a t-shirt with my friend's face on it, bitch, I'm in hog heaven. Like I'm set for life. Like, you know, in a pair of Nikes and a torn pair of jeans. So I don't know how people really consider that I've set fashion trends, but I think that when I do things, I just have a specific way I want them, or a specific vision or an idea, and I have people that help me execute that. And I'm very lucky in that respect, and so and I get lucky in the respect that people receive it well. You know what I mean? Like, not, you know, you don't always bat 100. You know what I mean? Like, so
Harper?
yeah. So it is what
And
it is.
honestly, like, you know what, Remy? We should start thinking about doing a t-shirt for Reign of Royalty and send it to Chad. And
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I will. I
Honey,
will.
I've got
it
all
would be
my girls.
awesome. But yeah, Miriam T, in case you guys do not know, she is, in my opinion, the comedy queen. Because that girl will make you laugh.
She is
And I
so
mean split
funny.
a gut.
She's one of the house divas at Urban Mo's in San Diego, and she has that gift of gab, and she's the best MC, and she's got fantastically great funny numbers, and she's got that real cranky bitchy edge that is just so quintessentially drag queen, and so comforting to experience when you go to a drag show, because I think a lot of people, like first timers or people that go, like, that's what you think of, and you think, oh, drag queens are bitchy, but then you get there and she's not only bitchy, but she's funny and she's friendly. You know what
Yes.
I
And
mean?
she'll
It's
tell
not
like,
this.
she's on.
It's like you get the best of all the worlds without the intimidation factor. Like, you get to get read, but you also get love. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And that's also San Diego. Like,
Right. But
you
Miriam
know,
T, like, she'll tell like it is, but then she'll put it into a joke. And it's like, okay, this is
sure.
not me hurt your feelings, but I'm just going to make you laugh a little bit.
She's
Just a little bit.
fantastic at being self-deprecating, which is really, really important for any drag queen, because if you take yourself too damn seriously, I'm telling you, you're headed for a heartache, baby. Like, it's just
Just a
it,
major
it
crash.
it's a big crash. It's not going to be good for you or anybody, your family, your ancestors, your descendants. Like nobody's going to be proud of you. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly. And then
you
plus,
really got to
for most of
get
you
it.
don't know, Miriam T is also a producer. She produces several shows at Urban
Yep.
Mode, like the Burlesque show. She has her one woman show. And then
Yep.
also, Chad Michaels, knows Strawberry Corn Cakes.
Yeah.
She's a producer of show as well. And hey, Miriam T and Strawberry Corn Cakes, if you're watching, we love y'all.
I love my sissies. I just got to hang out with Strawberry on Sunday for a fundraiser. We had a good time, and it's just we've got a lot of really fantastic people in our community and fantastic personalities because these are the people that really put themselves out there to like be transparent and like let people know them and who they are and what their journey is and what they're going through and sharing it. And like that's why we're so lucky here in San Diego. LA is a different story. There's so much going on, and people are, they're all doing their own thing, and everybody's rushing around. We have a chance here in San Diego to slow down a little bit more and be a little bit more present with each other. And it's just, we should all count our lucky stars. We're very, very blessed to have what we have here in San Diego and in Hillcrest. And honestly, could say a lot of things about not about our community, but how Hillcrest is changing for the worse.
Yeah.
But we could do that on another day. But
Awesome.
it's the people that are holding it, and the people like you, Diamond, that people really, you're a touchstone. When people, like I said, when people see you at the club and you're there, and maybe they've had a bad day or they've been really looking forward to the weekend, and you're the person that greets them with a hi baby, what's up, girl? I have
First
a
person that will
shot.
come right through the damn door. I'm like, no, 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 no. You come here.
Yeah,
You taking a shot. Let's go. I don't want it. No, no, no. See, I don't know
so
what this is.
That's
This
diamond.
is it right here. Yeah, you
That's
taking a shot.
diamond.
Let's go.
and so
And then plus,
you're
I
a
almost forgot one
touchstone.
person,
Like
Chad.
you're important to the community. You're a touchstone because people look for that, and then they come to like not so much expect it, but need it. Like, if you're not there one day, they're not going to be like, what the fuck is that? And, but like if you're not there, they're going to be like, oh damn, like I needed
This
to see
universe
my
is,
girl. I needed my love today, or I needed to see my drag queen today. I needed to see whatever, or I needed to see my go-go boy that I support, that I live, or my bartender, or my bar back, or whoever. These are touchstones in our lives, and we have really strong people here in our community, and it's great.
and it's well needed. Oh, by the way, Chad, I forgot one more person. Kixie Vixen.
Well,
I
I
almost said
mean,
more.
Dixie's
See, you love me, honey.
my little friend.
Because I remember you have starred in her Bubbles for Brunch at Urban Mo's
Yeah,
a lot,
yeah, I do.
especially during Comic Con. I remember one Comic Con you did Wonder Woman. By the way, Unstoppable. You did a
Unstoppable
kick-ass
today.
job on that one. Bravo on that one.
And
Yeah,
don't
Kixie
forget
is
Jessica Rabbit.
so Kixie's like the San Diego's cosplay queen, and she's actually our newest dream girl that was inducted into our cast, and we induct her in 2020. So yeah, she's amazing. I do Bubbles for Brunch every month and have the best time, and Kixie's amazing. She's so talented, and she's providing so many opportunities for people, and on top of that, like just really producing like a streamlined, entertaining, beautiful show, so
Yeah, it's like not in San Diego, but in Palm Springs. And I hear that she's trying to get some shows out there in LA and Las Vegas. Like she's doing her big one. So you know it. Ups
she's
the
doing it,
cookie.
baby. she's
Ups
she's a
the
mover and
cookie.
a shaker, and you know what, we really try to elevate all of these people any way that we can, so